pass on the Dharma essence with sincere priority, unwavering promote the Xuezhi spirit, and cherish the affinities with Xuezhi, infinite meaning sutra of Jing's Dharma essence. So let's raise our hand and make the vow. Say, go, go, go. Take action, take action. Go, go, go. Take action, take action. Go, go, go. Just do it, just do it. So study and listen to the Dharma. Study and listen to the Dharma. We are more diligent and closer to Master Zhengyong's heart. So let's make a heart-shaped gesture. And now please be seated. We are so grateful that in the first beginning, the headquarters give us 6 words, and they expect that we can be a Dharma teaching message, pass on the Dharma essence, and then so pass on the Dharma essence and recruit the talent and join the online study group together. So we are an enlightened and a compassionate group and pass on the Dharma essence. So we are Dharma messengers. And we have to pass on the Dharma mindfully and pass on the great Dharma. And every time we repeat to chant that the Master's ideal talents are the following. So humble and not arrogant, and self-esteem and cultivate with virtue, and be open-minded and control temper, work hard and harmoniously with others, show good etiquette in speeches and actions, be enlightened, virtue with a purified heart, focus on the general principle but not trifles. So with these characters, there will be a qualified followers. So which everyone can become an ideal talent in Master Zhengy's eyes. So let's put our palms on the chest and say, Master, please be relieved. I'm your ideal disciple. Today we have 2 lectures. They are all Master's ideal talents. So we look at the master's response, and so let's put our thumbs up and say you are so great. Today's progress of Master Zhengy's diary is March 25th to 31st. So next week, we are going to the next version of our Master Zhengy's diary. And this is our common goal. So keep talking about the Xuezhi spirit, listen to the Dharma teaching mindfully, believe we have the potential. So diligently maintain our initial aspirations. Master Zhengyong always said that Xuezhi was established in Taiwan. If we still misunderstood by the Taiwanese people, it's not because we didn't do enough, but it's because we didn't talk enough about it. So we have to share and talk about the Xuezhi to share with others and benefit others. So we have to seize every chance to share the good things and saying the good words with others. The good Dharma will be spread on easily. So we would like to invite everyone to go study, and study is so interesting. And let's get together with Dharma. So let's study together. And this week is our translation team of Kaohsiung. So we appreciate Kaohsiung translation team will provide all the translation work today. And like Sister Sushan, she has his own job, but today she just take a day off and to join to join us. So we hope that everyone can join with us because everyone has a potential and everyone is, has talents. So the strength of the team is come from the individual. And this is the feedback that we received last week. And last week we received over 210 messages and passed over for resharing 148 times. And the participants from China is the one give us the most comments. And these messages are very encouraging. So thank you very much for all the message. So now we have the positive feedback and thank on the teamwork. And like a sister Xuezhi, they usually like to use the catching phrase to write down their feedback. Like this is the one from China that they're saying that this is a very long feedback, and he mentioned that actually study is a good thing, and there are always has a treasure and gold in the book. So if we make a good use it, our life will be meaningful. And this is the feedback on the lecture, like the sister Zhang Yaohua from Manchester, United Kingdom. And like the brother Wu Hanwen, he admired like Zhang Yaohua. He said even it's in a difficult time during the pandemic, but Zhang Yaohua still spread the love and for the sufferings and provide the aid to the people in need. And we appreciate and thank you for Emily's message. And this is the feedback on the guided reading. So the feedback was saying that we needed to be repentant and show our gratitude. And this is a message from Canada. And only being a vegetarian and promote vegetarian diet and protect the environmental is very important. And this is the teamwork from Fengshan, Kaohsiung. The Malaysia, the volunteers in Malaysia give us the positive feedback. They admire the whole teamwork of Fengshan. It's even we are not a very the walking singing group is fantastic. So the reason that you have to be part of online study group is because every time when we finish the study and all the message and all the PowerPoint was transferred, can be transferred immediately. And last week, we also call out to Sister Zhang Meiqiu in Fuding. She's doing the recycling work, doing the environmental protection every day. And a brother, he mentioned that every time when they receive them, when they are on the study group, they were so grateful because they always can and receive the many positive energies. And now this is the feedback on the Daai technology presentation last week. And for example, that we love Daai technology products. And like many sisters, they mentioned that they are they are the Daai technology users, product users.
我们非常多。我每天礼拜三来的时候，他们说：“哎，老师你要去哪里？怎么都是拖个行李箱？我的行李箱是放电脑。好，因为年纪大了。”
For example, the luggage that we bought from Daai technology is very great, and I use it every day.
师兄跟若晨师姐的分享也是引起很大的一个。
And the general manager, brother Ding and his wife Ruo Chen, they are sharing about their father inspired many people.
而我们的苏医生师兄呢，即将呢，待会会上线。他说：“李爷爷令人尊敬的长辈，大爱感恩科技全球。”
Like brother Su Yixin and Su Yisheng, he admire brothers and Grandpa Li's spirit.
然后呢，我们的若晨师姐对他们是对老师是非常照顾的哈。那周信宏是我们的棒棒接力。
And this is the feedback on the documentary volunteer Zhou Xinhong's sharing. And this is a message from Malaysia.
谢谢你们，你们任何一个留言对我们都是非常非常重要的哈。
So every one of your message is very important to us. And this is a message from Canada. This is from United States.
谢谢你，你常常在线上跟我们，还有包括林仲莹、方文是我们的美国的顺口溜团队哈，台湾家人
And like Sister Fang Wen is our kitchen phrase team, and this is from Japan.
我们线上读书会的团队啊，能文能武，非常非常的赞哈，所以非常的感恩。我们真的需要很多的留言哈。
And those are the message from Mainland China. Thank you very much for everyone's feedback.
北京、石家庄、山西、太原、山东，还有福鼎家人都是上线在读书会里面的哈。
There's from so many different problems
大陆
from
家人
China.
的留言哈，建斌也是一样，他说在这边总是看到很多很多的正能量。那我们大陆的如春哦，还有小草
And we always receive the positive energy from online study group.
大陆的张海英就说帽子好美，我好喜欢。慧仙也去留了言哈，因为她全身上下都是我们的大爱感恩的。
And this is the message from the other countries. And we also received the foreigner feedback received from the YouTube channel.
那我们的非常感恩我们的邓医我们的雪龙在 Africa， 他说 So energies, we sing along with yours, though we are so far.
And like this one, so energetic, we sing along with you, though we are so far away, and we are grateful to join this Kaohsiung online study group.
可是呢，当我们在这边唱歌的时候，他们非常怎么样 enjoy， 然后跟着我们一起唱，非常的感恩。我们的新加坡邓国荣医师呢，他说 Global volunteers.
We have the message received from Singapore. The Dr. Deng always stay with us. And he mentioned that the global volunteers have committed much time and effort to provide for others in this pandemic. And so they are truly inspired. And those assets was created by our lecture last week. For example, like the volunteer sister Hui Miao, she said that sometimes we can be only simple-minded. If we are simple-minded, then we don't have to think too much, and then we just do it when we think it is the right thing. And she made the vow that she would like to do the presentation to sharing for 10,000 times. That's great. And now this is the access created by the lecture last week. Sister Zhang Liaohua from the Manchester in United Kingdom. She said that because the time difference, actually in the first beginning, she was concerned that she may not able to perform the good sharing. But after she attended our online study group, she was touched, and now she became one of the member of our graphic designer team.
大家画面上听一小段就好了哈。
And this is the lecture that we have a couple weeks ago. She changed the lyric of a Chinese song. It's meaning to appreciate, to admire the Xuezhi family. She learned so much from Xuezhi.
觉得非常的激励，为什么可以做到这样子？然后每次都遇到人品典范，在这个线上读书会。
It's very encouraging.
那同时间，我们非常感恩我们的大爱感恩，就是我们平常看到的大爱感恩的第一。
And we have the sister Jiyi. She is the graphic designer of Daai technology company. She said that this is the first time she came to Kaohsiung to join the online study group. And she was touched because every demo that she designed were used as a demonstration material. So now it's the section that we will call out to America.
美国开始在今年3月1号就限塑了，可是呢，不能自己带环保袋这样的，不能自己再用塑胶，不提供塑胶袋，要提供环保袋的时候，可是我们总是超前部署。你看看，我们超市门口送环保袋，当面强化宣导。你有没有看到我们的慈济人是这样，在纽约这个地方就给他们在超市门口，所以呢，我们在这里呢也要响起掌声，给我们纽约的团队掌声拍拍手。好。这个塑胶袋的时候。慈济在纽约就一直在跟各个超市在做宣导，在做沟通，所以过去也都一直。
And now we are trying our best to promote such thing there. Well, and this happens on March 1st, and we already set it as a goal there. And because of the pandemic, and we have Jiyi, and he has another idea. And he drives all the way from Changchun to Beijing. And what he want to do is to send just 100 blankets to the community that is under the lockdown. And we also try to send the protective gowns and the masks there. And more importantly, and here we have the clothing masks from Master Zheng Yan. And all the way, because of the pandemic and the traffic there is very smooth there. And this is a really, really rare experience and a unique experience that I had in my life. Well, and yes, you experience a lot there, but we always hope that we can have the peace in the world. And we send the love all the way to other communities. But what we see is not just that, and we also see a lot of touching stories all over the world that you can just feel. We have to also dispatch of food like fruits and the vegetables. And some people just feel touched because of what we do. And they have food to eat, and because the Xuezhi volunteers has done a lot there for them. And we just enjoy the vegetarian diet here, and we can have a stable life here just because a lot of people's efforts there. And we just deliver the food and deliver the relief aid to people who need them. This is a great way to form good affinities there. Well, this is a really dangerous period of time, and I really admire you that you came over and deliver such a great help to us, right? And after that, and we also do what do we have too, okay, by doing something like that, and we deliver like over 10,000, 1,000 like masks all over the New York areas. And this is a really, important goal for us, and because in the New York, Xuezhi, New York is our home, and we just send the medical masks there, and we just send the food there, and we just do good deeds all together, and this is the way we are. And within today's session, and today we are also studying a very touching session, a story, okay, in New York. This is today. And in New York, and do you still remember that, we have volunteers and then they produce, over 700 dumplings in New York. And when I'm here in Tzu, I'm getting smarter, and I will show this film to my mom because I know how to produce like zongzi. And we have the three, centers here, and it is just like a going home, and we just come back here all together, and we produce like zones all together. And here, do you feel very heartwarming here? And yeah, you just learn something, and you can just do something here in Tzu. And now finally, you know how to produce the songs. And do you know whether I can do it or not? We guess. Yeah, you guess no, right? Okay. Actually, I know how to eat songs, but I don't know how to produce songs. All right. And I've never done that. And I never done that in my life. Okay. So let's take a look here. Yeah, here abroad.
Have joined forces to provide food for people. We're going to feed about 1,200 people. That makes me happy. That means that somebody's not going to go to sleep with an empty stomach.
And of course, Tzu has, been doing so much there. But if we can do that all together, it's even better.
And the organization, we work together to give everybody the food.
And we know this information from the Facebook, and we know we have the food dispatches there. And as Xuezhi mentioned, that we are very, very lucky that we have him together. And now let's speak loudly, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we will have Xuezhi. Let's say, I like to be with you because of your positive energy. Welcome, 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 Xuezhi, welcome. And now we are here in New York now. Please. And thank you, Teacher Meiyun. And ladies and gentlemen in online study group Kaohsiung, and I'm Freeman from New York. I'm very happy that I can be here and share what I wanna, say in New York. And in New York, and we have Long Island, and we have a lot of areas, and we have over 6,000 people, 600,000 people confirmed COVID-19, and we have dispatched like over 10,000 masks to hospitals, and we also send the PPE, to a lot of families there, and we also send like 2,000 like a boxed meal to people over that area. And the volunteers just came over and give us a hand, although this is a pandemic, which is dangerous period of time. And we also provide them food. And we also purchase like food and vegetables. And besides, we also have volunteers who run bakeries at home, so they can just, offer bread and cakes. And this is very special in New York that we have people over 140 countries living here. And we really form great affinities here. And people here that speak Spanish, and we also go to the Neapolitan communities, and we also go to the temples, which belongs to Cambodia, and we deliver our help and relief aids there. And we also, give the instant rices from Mr. Zheng Yan. And in Manhattan, we had like heavy rain there. It's just like a rain pouring here. And we also go to Brooklyn and we dispatch food as well as Long Island. And we also witnesses, volunteers, they just doing so very politely. And we always remember Master Zheng Yan's teaching, just giving, without asking anything in return. And teenagers from Long Island also have their orchestra delivering like a good music there. And here in Boston, we are doing the same. And then the people may also need like milk powders and diapers, and we also deliver them such material there. And here in Lawrence, and we also deliver them like a food here because they have a fire there. And here this is very creative, to provoke your great loving mind. And we just cut our hair, and we just want to raise the fund and catch people's attention there. And on like May 12th, it is International Nurse Day, and we just send up like a heartwarming gifts and the PPE there to protect the people's life. And here, and we also form such heartwarming activities with the dental clinics there. And what is very important too is the sense, okay, to keep yourself like healthy. So we also have a lot of like sessions and forums there. And last week we invited an anchorman from Daai TV talk about how to live a very healthy life, and this is the topic. And we also have a Daai like a culture communications center here in New York. And we also have Stephen Huang here in New York, and they are just here in New York. And here it is the place that we had such a forum here. And this year it was also the 10th anniversary, for the earthquake in Haiti. So we also had a memorial activity here, and we really wanted to provoke people's memory here. And we also had a lot of praying like here in New York. And we also had like online speeches here. All of them, we just want to provoke people's attention to maintain your own health. And here we have a very very important people here. It is a practitioner here, and he is from the United States. And right here again, and we are also in the Hispanic communities. And we also have a group of Hispanic volunteers, and they can also deliver help to people. And then they do so just through two classes of like training courses. And for education, and we also have a lot of support. And we have four different schools here, and we hold activities there. And we also have like young people. We just send them to clean the beaches, all over Long Island areas. And we also have like online activities, and we invite them, and they just dress up in their costumes, and they have a fun activities. And this is the way they promote vegetarianism. And now let's go to Boston, and this is a very very interesting like a recipe. And the teachers here, they promote vegetarianism to children. So here are the very very delicious like food that they made that you can see here. And we also have influenza here in the United States. And here we also help volunteers and residents here, and we help them get vaccinated here in the area. And we also have doctors, who have to encounter a lot of dangers. And here we have Dr. Zhang, and he suffered influenza because he had to take care of his father. And during the pandemic, and everything here seems inconvenient. So we have a Haiyan, Sister Haiyan, who can just help people, have the haircut there. And here we also go and help kindergartens just clean their schools here. And we also have the facade sketches here, and to just have a new areas right here. And we also have like a four ways here that are the safe ways to your life in here in New York. And then you go up there and just listen to the Dharma teachings from Master Zheng Yan. And thank you very much.
我们非常感恩哈，这是唯一
And thank you.
一位分享者，然后
This is the only one who has a very, very, modern way to show the PowerPoint online. And so he is really, really careful, and he does a good job that he shows not only his PPT points, immediately, as well as his voice. And he is the CEO of New York branch, Xuezhi. And I still remember that, for this sharing, he just arrived very early before our broadcast today. And we are all busy, but he is such a responsible person that, we can just know so much from him. And it's been many times that we do the Zoom sharing. And this time it is really clear. And I just don't know why when, Mr. Su is speaking and we can hear the sound, it is very, very, okay, but it is, I have to say, not too clear. So we still have a room to improve, right? Okay, so next time you still have one more chance to get online, and this is what I want to say. And it is the pandemic period of time. And we know that the people, volunteers in New York, not only just, deliver your warmth, but also you were awarded. So let's give a big hand to volunteers from Long Island and New York. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm so sorry to you. And maybe when you just, watch it one more time, when you have time, you will hear a lot of noise, and the sound from you is not too clear. But I can really feel this is very, very good. Okay, I can feel, I can feel you were, you were heartwarming sharing. Thank you. And now let's go to the guiding, the guiding readers. And we have been doing the guide reading for many times, many years, but as I learned that our guide reader did not just show up, okay, and she just couldn't come here. But what can we do? We just show our sincerity to her. And okay, fine. And our guide reader is safe, okay. So let's give her a big hand and wish her good luck. Okay, we don't have a guide reader today here, so but we still continue our next session. And as you can see on the screen, and we have our speaker. We still have our guest here later, and you will know how old he is, and he dubbed in Taiwanese. Okay, and if you go to the video, if you get into your video, maybe you heard his voice before online, and he speaks always in Taiwanese on air, and you just know his voice very familiarly. And here, let's go to, the TV part, okay? And you will hear his voice on TV shows, right? And here we also have a drama, and you can also hear his voice, and he is really something. And he is our leader, but actually he has a very great attitude, and this is he. And this is something special that Xuezhi volunteers always spend their own money and consume their time and do other people's business there. And he is really humorous, and he knows that he can speak Taiwanese today here in my online study group, but he can try in English, of course. And now, why do I say that he's a leader here? It is because that he has to walk in the very front when we just go out, and he has to just hold on his flags and then lead us. This is, Jiangsu in China, and everybody there, and we always have the new people. That means that they may have something that they don't know. And so in the dispatch spot there on the spec, and we are doing the relief, and we are giving the aid to people who are in need. And this is for you, and thank you. You are good people. Yeah, you are really good people. And yeah, and we have this is a great leader here, and even the the nanny granddaddy is always so grateful to our leader. And so our leader really knows what the people want to say to us, right? I still remember like during the pandemic, and what impresses us is when we were in Laos, like this, all the bridges and all the farms were just destroyed. So we just witnessed this is a very big disaster here, and we are new volunteers, doing such thing overseas. And at the dispatch, and there are so many ways for us to do so. But for Xuezhi, he says that we can apply new technologies, and we have to combine the technology into the dispatch program. And we need somebody to explain this. And this is what he reminds us, right? And besides, that when I'm doing the study group here, and I always play images from Daai TV, right? And we have more than 600 volunteers doing a relief program here, and the people have to just get used to the online programs here, and so everybody cherishes the chance. And we really want to just mobilize all the volunteers here and do such things. Okay, so let's continue playing this video. And now let's have our leader Xuezhi, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So please, let's have them like all together here. And right here, then we can see we have our leader here, Xuezhi. Okay. Yeah, be nice to our leader, please. Okay. So this is our leader. So we have to stand still, and we have to show our gentleness. But I have to say that the first time I went to Australia, and he was our leader, and I know that he was really a nice leader that he gave us a lot of room and he just let us do what we wanted to. Okay, after we got off the plane and we immediately arrived at the Sydney branch in Australia, and we had a lot of activities there, and we began working after we just got off the plane, and we just didn't have fun in Australia. We did a lot there, and we had a great time there. But after that tour, and he said that he didn't want to have me anymore. So it was the next time. It was the only time that we worked together. But if you have anything negative to talk to tell us, then just show it. And ladies and gentlemen, and venerable Master Zheng Yan, good morning and good day. And it is my pleasure that in 2015, and I had the chance, to go to Hainan, China, for the winter distribution with Xuezhi, and it was really a very precious experience for me. And I witnessed we had Xuezhi, and he was a great leader for us. And as we got off the plane, we began working until we finished that day. And he was really a great leader, and he just managed like every steps very, very carefully and humorously, and he can just assign the jobs there very, very wonderfully and successfully. And in China, in Hainan, and it was a very tough places there, and we didn't have very many volunteers there, but we have so much to do, and we had to encourage, and we really had to not only encourage them to do something good, we also have to just be careful about like our behaviors there, and I really learned very much. Thank you. And venerable Master Zheng Yan, and ladies and gentlemen all over the world, good morning. Thank you. And Xuezhi is really a very talented person, and he is really eloquent too. And I really learned very much from him, and he just guided us, to the international relief, and he brought a great and a positive influence to people there, and he has mobilized a lot of people doing such good deeds also there too, and he just shouldered on the responsibilities and the missions very, very willingly, and he is experienced, and he did good jobs there, and I was really impressed. And I am also very grateful that I have the chance to deliver a speech here, and I really cherish every chance that I can just do the international relief here. Venerable Mr. Zheng Yan and volunteers all over the world, good day. And Xuezhi is not only talented, but also he speaks very good Taiwanese, and he is eloquent, and he is a very wise person. And in 2015, and we went to Hainan for the winter distribution, and to the volunteers, and he was really patient, and he encouraged us to do whatever we wanted just positively, and we planned and we scheduled the programs really, really actively, and through his encouragement, and we were very confident there. And in Hainan, we have a highest recycling station there. And there, for the very beginning period of time for volunteers there, it was really difficult for them to just teach the volunteers doing the recycling there. But Xuezhi really guided them, and doing so for the recycling job there in a very humorous way, in a humble way. And I really learned very much from him, okay? And he can just complete all the missions successfully, okay? No matter how many changes, suddenly just, happened there. And I really feel grateful that I had the chance, to do the international relief jobs, there with him. Thank you very much. And this is the, 1 minute compliment, to Xuezhi here. So let's face our leader. And we don't want to bow to you, actually. We just want to salute to you. And salute and good morning, leader. By the way, we have a 1 minute complimentary. So please use your thumb and thumb to our leader. And okay, and this is our leader. He always, just give us freedom, okay, and we can just do whatever we want to him. And he is really a great role model, okay, and this is why he is here, and because he is a really easygoing person, and he is willing to do a lot with us here. And I need him, because I have more room and freedom, okay. And so, okay, so leaders stay here and take a look here. And then this is on Wednesday, and here are the messages from all over the world. And we have Malaysian people, and we have like messages from Canada here, and Zhangli in Taoyuan. And we also have a number one fan, Jiyi says that he is from Malaysia. And we also have a Michael from Malaysia. And we have one more volunteer, and we have Siqing Wenjing from California, and we have volunteers from Changchun, from Xi'an. Thank you very much. And we have volunteers from Malaysia too. And it is a great chance that we can get online here. And we have Yu Jian from Xi'an, and he said that we can just study all together. And he's saying hi from China. And some are the translations, so I can't just say them very clearly. And we have somebody from Jiyi, and they say although I don't understand English, but the English sounds really beautiful here. And we also have leaders, leader, please, you can also speak in English, no problem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, right, this is the English I can say. I can speak now. Thank you today. And I have a chance, to talk here. And just now, through, their introduction, okay, from the 3 volunteers, and this is a very good promotion for me. So I can, yeah. And today I want to share with you, okay, about the fast and the vow and the practice, but I can't speak in Taiwanese today, so I have to speak in Mandarin today so you can understand me. And now let me, tell you a story here. And I think you have been hearing a lot about the Dharma from Mr. Zheng Yuan. And now let me, tell you this in another way. And now I'll be asking you many questions here today. Yeah, and if you are a creator and you give the cows like 50 years of a life, and then the cow says no, I don't want to, I just want 20 years of a life. And now the creator gives dogs lives, like do you know how many years? Oh, it says like 20 years. The dog says no, I don't want 20 years of life, I just want 10. And now let's go to monkey. The creator gives like a monkeys very long life, and what he does, what he has is like 20 years of a life, okay? And the life says, no, I don't want 20 years, it's too long. Okay, now creators gives human beings lives, and the mission is to improve our universe. And I give you 20 years, but the human being says that, come on, I'm a human being, so what can I do within 20 years of life? 20 years is too short for me. And give me the 20 years from the cows. And then give me the 30 years of cows, I'm sorry. So do you think it is satisfying for human beings? No, not yet. Okay, the human beings also want a life from the dogs, right? So how many years now? 65, right? And human beings, are they satisfied? No, no, no. They also want the life from the monkey, like 10 years, right? So now it goes to 75 years, right? Okay. So from then on, and people have 20 years, okay, that, like, look, and they have 20 years of the great life, okay, and this is comfortable, right? And the human beings have 30 years of life living like a cow, okay, they have to do a lot, right? And it was tough, it is tough, right? And the people also have 15 years of life like a dog, right? You just safeguard your money and your family, your telephone calls at home. And we also have like 10 more years like monkeys, right? And you have to just, make fun to please people in the 10 years. So right here, if you are 75 years or above, raise your hand. And we have a lot of people who are over 75 years, right? And you are beyond that, so you are bodhisattva because you're not only 75 years old. And can you tell me that you can live more than 75 years? Raise your hand. Oh, you are so confident, right? There are two things that you can expect from Master Zheng. Number one is, impermanence. You don't know what will happen just next moment. And let me tell you one more thing, that is, if we are more than 75 years old, and what are we doing? And okay, so let's just, just think about the two generations. Two generations means, you are like grandsons, grandchildren's, and also your grandparents, right? And they are not great love. They are just, selfish love. And now I want you to just extend the love into great love, but just do something, to people who you don't even know. And we have to take care of the selfish love, of course. It means that you have to take care of your families first, but you have to just spread your love, to people around the world, and you just, spread the love to people who suffer. And now today, let's firstly talk about Ethiopia. It is in Africa, right? And Africa within Africa, right? Of course, I know it's Africa, right? And I also deliver love not only in Ethiopia, but also in Korea, and China. Now let's play a video about Ethiopia.
What is the reason that caused this, the Ethiopia become such a country in the poverty? Since because of the turbulence and the political situation in Ethiopia, so there's a constant battle in the country. So there's a disaster. It happens all the time in the country, and many people die because of the natural disasters. In 1985, the situation became severe because people dying. You can see from the video. And there's a woman who has a miscarriage, and she walked for 8 hours to seek for the medical assistance, but she couldn't find a proper care, and we carry her on the van to send her to the medical clinic. And And there's vast land of drying land, and there's limited resources, and their life, people's life there are just like a little tiny ant. They're very there's very limited medical resources, and when it's and this high in Ethiopia, there's the high altitude. It's very difficult to make a living already, but natural disaster make their life even tougher. And Xuezhi work with the doctors in with the Doctors International to go to the to provide the medical care in the country. And in the Taiwan, in 1993, we started our medical care to Ethiopia. And thank you for showing this video. And in 2000 years, I went to Ethiopia, and we built two clinics, medical clinics there. And also we built an X-ray. We gave them X-ray machines, and although they have water, but very limited water and dirty waters, they don't have water to take a bath, and they don't have enough water to drink, clean water to drink. And did any one of you don't take a shower? Any one of you take shower once or twice? We can choose how many times we want to take shower a day, but in Ethiopia, you can see the pictures that they use the urine from animals to take shower. And there's a health center, 15 health center in Ethiopia. They don't have any medical resources in the clinics. And they, with the limited water resources, they use the water, very limited water, for many, reuse the water many times for the whole families. So I went there. I see many people suffering. They don't have shoes, and they make the shoes from the broken tire, and they tie up. They cut the tires and tie the tires onto their feet to become to wear the tire onto their feet as shoes. And in the Confucius, there's a saying, I'm able to shoulder responsibility independently at age 30. This is from the sayings of Confucius. And the 40% of my life, I can spend 40% of my lifetime to work in Jiyi as a volunteer, so I could know that how I could expand my potential and make contribution to the society. And if I could use 50% of my life to work as a volunteer in Xuezhi, I could realize the value of my life at age 50. If I'm I work 60% of my life in as a Xuezhi volunteer. I am able to accept various opinions at the age of 60, and at age 70, I have, if I work as a volunteer, I could have enough wisdom to pursue my passion at ease. If you could spend, if you can spend all your lifetime to offer your to help people in the society, you would learn so much, and naturally there's your people around you would be willing to help you, and you would form good positive affinity. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you don't have any reaction, so I thought you might not understand what I'm saying, what I just say. If what the reason why I'm so grateful, because if I'm not a Xuezhi, if I did not devote myself into Xuezhi, I didn't have opportunity to go to so many, to visit so many countries and witness their sufferings and cherish my blessings. In 1999, we went to Inner Mongolia, and in the Changjiang, the river in China, there's the main course of the food is rice, and so we offer rice and cooking oil to the survivor of the flood in China. And we also offered them the medical aid package. And the medical aid package, and they could use the medical supply into their to use in their household when their family members have injury. And this is we offer free clinic. We offer free clinics to the Mongolian, and there's such. This is a rare opportunity for the doctors to be able to, the doctors in Taiwan to be able to see patients, Mongolian patients. This is rare opportunities. We offer our assistance without asking anything for return. And we went to North Korea. 1999, we went to North Korea. The first team went there to deliver aid, to make distribution. And this is a picture we took at North Korea. I found the best drivers were in North Korea. Their driving skills are very amazing. Their pilot, when they're gradually touching down, they do not need to step on their brake. And can you imagine that? An airplane touching down without a brake? It's hard to imagine, because that the reason that they don't step on the brake, because they are trying their best to avoid wearing on the tires, so they need to spend money to replace tires. So they trying their best, the pilots trying their best not to step on brakes. where the airplane is touching down. So it's very, very scary. How we get to fly to North Korea, we need to fly to Indonesia, and then from Indonesia went to transfer our flight to North Korea. We went to the orphanage. And these orphan, they were very. I was very sad to see orphans in the orphanage. And there's what they wear, and any aids that we provide was, if there's English letters and any supplies, they will not accept it because they do not want any foreign influence of the local people. And it's so sad that there's enough food to feed all these children in hunger. Xuezhi is a place that we see each other equally. We don't call each other with the position that our social status are equal in Xuezhi. And sometimes we call each other. We eat the same thing. We wear uniform. No matter your social background and social status, we are equal. We don't mind wearing the same clothes because Xuezhi volunteer wear uniform. So Xuezhi is a place where you could offer your potential and help the people in the society equally. Sister Peiying say that 19 she mentioned that I started doing the radio program in 1992, the Taiwanese radio program, starting from 1992. I've seen the commercial that Daai radio is looking for Taiwanese staff volunteer. So I volunteered to do the Taiwanese volunteer on Daai radio. So there's a walking meditation. He's talking about how to translate what we walking meditation from Chinese to Taiwanese, and very few people knows how to translate some Dharma terminologies from Chinese to Taiwanese. So it was a challenge to me too. Talk about he's talking about the news. Let's talk about he's talking about a program. Let's talk about news tonight. Sister Peiying invited me to be the host of the program. Let's talk about the news tonight. And I was fluent in Taiwanese, but I was not fluent in Chinese. So it was another challenge to me because I need to learn how to speak Chinese fluently. So I have another opportunity. I have another opportunity to take a road in the Daai drama as the what we. So this Daai drama, I learned so much to act in the Daai drama, and that was early. That was in the early days of a Daai station. So at that time, our audience were not very. There were not many viewers of Daai station. So I have so many experience that it's hard to imagine that I couldn't imagine that I could be able to act in the drama, or I could do the international relief. If I don't, if I'm not a Tzu volunteer, I would not have opportunity to do so many different things to. So in Jiyi, I think Jiyi is a place where you could fulfill your dream. So I wouldn't like Sister Meiying. Teacher Meiying, she is able to be able to host this online study group because she is a Jiyi volunteer. Otherwise, she wouldn't have this opportunity. And the Dr. Superintendent Jian, he is not only a doctor, he could also host medical programs on Daai station. And he is, I know this, my speaking pace is very fast, and I know it's very hard to translate. Don't underestimate yourself. And all the volunteers, they have various backgrounds. And please don't underestimate yourself and don't underestimate others. And one person who see a farmers who would have who carry two baskets, and this person will make fun of the farmer, and the farmer had two baskets, and the person who make fun of the farmers, how come he doesn't carry a big basket? And the farmer say that if I carry two little baskets instead of one big basket, I can share the load with two of my shoulders, so one shoulder will not have too much burden. And Master Chen Yan always encourage us to cherish the space among people and cherish the relationship among people. And with Master Chen Yan also encourage us to cherish the time. And before you came to become volunteer in Xuezhi, we usually waste our time and waste our free time. But after you become a Jiyi volunteer, you feel that your time is limited. You don't need to find anything to kill times because you already have you already don't have enough time to do so many Jiyi, to get involved in many Jiyi activities. Some people, when you see them, you don't feel comfortable to see some people. But when you see some people, you feel you want to get close to them, you want to get to know them more. That because that you see, you probably make positive affiliation in your past life with those people that you want to get close, get to know them more. So Master Chen Yang gave us opportunity in Qi to be able to form positive affinity with people. So there are many volunteers in Xuezhi. So if there's a big task that we need to undertake, there are many volunteers are willing to offer their helping hands. So don't worry about there are too many tasks that you need to undertake. And don't worry about that you don't have enough capability to accomplish the task, because other volunteers would be willing to offer their helping hands. And we could work on helping each other. There's 5 fingers. And the middle finger says that I'm the tallest, that I can support the heaven and the earth. And the ring finger say that I can offer helping hands silently, and the little fingers is happy to be able to work cooperate with others. And the big thumb is implied that there's courage to we have enough courage to undertake the heavy to undertake responsibilities. And the pointing fingers represented that we learn from the people before us, and we pass down the knowledge for the people that following us. Many people. So in Xuezhi, we help each other, and if you have any emergencies, people will take your place to help out. So don't worry. I know that the translation team cannot catch up with my pace. The six profession ways. The bamboo bank. The bamboo bank era. You can put in coins in bamboo bank every day, but it's very difficult for me to do it to put in coins in bamboo bank every day. I have $1,000, but I don't have 10 coins of $10. But am I willing to put in $1,000 every day in my bamboo bank? No, I'm not willing to. So it's so difficult to be willing to give and grow as a habit, a patience. But the greedy and doubt and we are greedy about the fame and wealth and sleep. It's very hard to conquer the afflictions in our mind. And samadhi, the meditative state of mind, its tranquil mind, is very hard to achieve. When it's very hard to achieve when people see you, they always feel happy. And when people hear about your name, they feel happy. When people hear your voice, they feel joyful. And the only person that I see that achieved these three goals is Dharma Master Chen Yan. So we need to make vow to I'm very grateful that we need to make vow to walk on this bodhisattva path and believe in the proper faith. And he is a great leader. We do see that his the 2020, we want to invite him to come here again in year 2021. If I'm healthy, if I'm still alive, I will come. Mother Jiyi saying the same thing also. She said that if I'm still alive, if you invite me, I'm willing to come. If you don't know him, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. After you listen to his speech, you will fall in love with his style of speech. You don't need to call 800 to talk to him. You can come here to be able to learn so much from him. He is so knowledgeable, so Brother Xi is so knowledgeable, so there's not enough time for him to speak what he wanted to convey to us. But we will try our best to invite him to visit us, to come here to do the sharing more often. And he could always offer positive energy to us. Because we are equal in Xuezhi. And even Dharma Master Chen Yan, she called me as teacher Peiying. So our dear respect for Dharma Master Chen Yan even called me teacher. So we're really equal in Xuezhi. And when I before I see Brother Xi, he is the CEO. Brother Xi is the CEO of a company. I didn't before today. I didn't know what his profession is, so I asked our volunteer. Our volunteer whether anybody knows Brother Xi, his profession. I didn't know he is the CEO. He is so humble, so I didn't even know what his profession is. So the Daai drama, the Daai drama he mentioned about the life, and the Daai drama he mentioned that I really get on the internet to search for the Daai drama, and he spent time and money to act in to help in the Daai drama, but very few people know about the drama, but he did not care. He only cared about whether he could learn and gain wisdom in Xuezhi. And whenever he heard the life wisdom from Dharma Master Chen Yan, he always stand up, paying respect to listen while listening to Dharma Master Chen Yan's teaching. He is a great leader. We went to international relief with him. He is because he's a great leader because he has tremendous experience to share with us. When he sent in his PowerPoint, I reject his PowerPoint. It looked so simple and very limited information on his PowerPoint. I told him that you need to offer more information because our interpretation team would have difficult time to follow your pace because you speak so fast, and if you don't offer more information in text, they would have difficult time to translate or interpret what you are saying. Do you feel the love and positive energy from Brother Xu? We are very grateful to have him here and honored to have him here. And there's love everywhere.
他的部分错过可以看回播。河北安国慧雅卫师姐说，感恩高雄线上读书会，参加读书会非常受益，以轻松活泼的方式，让我们更了解有缘人，了解慈济。
So now we have the message from Hubei that she was very blessed, and we have a message from Brother Zhang Hong. He admire Brother Xuezhi's sharing. It's our role model, and we are so glad. And the sharing from the New York, it's very great. And I'd like to stay with you because you have positive energy. And we also apply the online study group, always apply the Dharma teaching. And now there are so many volunteers like Brother Xuezhi sharing. So let's give them a big hand for all the message that we received from all over the world. And we have a
好，大陆的月珍非常感恩您说从这个平台可以知道菩萨的足迹。我们的嘉义的云林的警会智慧妙法国际赈灾发放团队非常的赞哈，学有专才，智慧有妙法，就是我们的典范，尊敬您哈。大陆的王德勤。感恩您的问候，大陆的朱梅，谢谢您。还有石家庄的李平，大陆家人都在看，今生食粮心中满。高雄读书大爱展，上人妙法处处观。感恩高雄读书会，到处都是艳阳天，非常感恩，厉害吧？我们给石家庄的李平热烈的掌声，感恩。好。Brother Xu is full of enthusiasm, and I feel so lucky to listen to this wonderful selfless love from Long Island and the effort encourage for the people in the difficult times. 在这个地方呢，我们的郭玉梅师姐在雪龙，她就说对于苏玉生师兄，他们充满热情啊，然后觉得他非常幸运能听到他如此无私的一个分享哈，然后来自长岛这个部分哈。好，我们的邓医师非常感恩说，Indeed, the collective efforts of the individual USA volunteers have assured love blessings unto the recipients of these essential goods. 就是他们在发送这样的一个礼物的时候，这样疫情去传送这份爱，也让我们觉得非常非常的感动哈。好，南京的易瑞感恩您哦。好，那如果我们没有跟您分享到的，没关系，我们会帮您整理哈。沈阳的张本杰说， 纽约分会的执行长的分享，即使有2种声音在相伴，我依然听得很感动。真是做慈济、说慈济，永不停息。非常感恩你的体谅哦，我们声音有杂音，你竟然可以听出的是妙音，真的是太绝了哈！来自内蒙的赤峰丽君，感恩你们，谢谢。我念你们在哪里哦？碧花说，即便我在上班，还可以参加读书会，不要让你们老板发现。好，江苏、南京、杨建斌，感恩你们。好，请帮我们上线哈。那接下来我们要看看我们的顺口溜团队，领队，你看一下我们的顺口溜团队哈。美国团队5个在轮流，然后呢，我们的加拿大亮君校长每次一上完线结束，马上顺口溜写出来。上个星期，英国教育扩大爱，会庙推树一起来，凤山舒服走畅仔，福建环保情无碍，大爱感恩慈悲怀，信宏尽头传法脉，就知道上个星期的重点。我们的周蕊新师兄是北京的。周蕊新师姐，慈济志工张瑶华、曼彻斯特做慈济，跨越时间和空间，不忘初心去支援，走唱团圆手真巧，雨伞不来做围裙，不分年龄不服老，争分夺秒做环保。福鼎师姐赵美球，难行能行13载，把握当下带众人，恒持刹那永向前。感恩科技总经理夫妻2人创奇迹，接过父辈置业棒。永续慈济掘井人，高雄师兄周信宏，镜头就是手中气，分秒必争忙不停，故事都在镜头里。每期高雄读书会，精彩激情快乐中，感恩您。接下来我们要到美国团队，他们不但美国顺口溜团队除了要写顺口溜，他们还要用英文写重点摘要，所以上一周是美国俄亥俄州的水晶师姐，我们速度要加快，和着节奏，跟着大家一起来。扣奥英国张瑶华，曼彻斯特易爆发，委员人少菩萨勇，真诚付出爱变少，导读菩萨理会妙，一起想想推环保，可代言教育车，素食推广有大效。凤山瑞星好舒服，赞叹菩萨薛娟娟，走唱汲取活力线，勇于承担孙淑云，珍惜当下林芳雪，巧手伸至红彩轮，处理芙蓉心念转，发愿付出将必分，培训受赠永承担，一起拼数能量满。扣奥福鼎赵美琼，环保难行13年，起步维艰能行愿，弯腰力行挺身说。为善竞争做典范，学育考试做代言，讲师陪伴和鼓队，展现大爱好福仪，高贵不贵穿就对，主德流芳李鼎明，慈兰家族26载，见证改变洪若成，慈悲科技齐永续，慈济岁月分两段，人文志工周信宏，图卡结合上人法，用心镜头说故事呀，说故事。一次爱的鼓励，给我们所有的顺口溜团队爱的鼓励，来！顺口溜团队，你们好赞，好，非常感恩哈。那接下来呢，我们即将呢要进入我们大陆这边呢哈。那我们的甘教授，北京大学的甘教授已经在线上了哈。那我们来看一下，在上个星期呢，我们
Now we are going to invite the Professor Gan from China, and also this is some feedback from China families from China. We're very grateful of them. Because of we are very thankful that people from over the world and will send us the feedback. Even though the pandemic, a lot of people lost a lot of things, but he still learned a lot and gained a lot positive power from our sharing. You're the first person to give us the feedback. Thank you very much. Because
听到一个人3分钟的分享，他改变方式到现在。当我们听到他3年前，然后听到一个人的分享，然后改变他
of the veggie meal, but after joining the study group online, I know that I should change my diet also. And also, we can hear a lot of people sing and family members sing and bring out a lot of activities online on the study group at the study group, and so I really feel a lot of joyfulness. It's really a great thing, and these things have to do to encourage more people become vegetarian. A sister from Hebei, she joined and the study group on November, and this is the first time she give us the feedback. Now we are going to call out to China, Beijing. Actually, I didn't know Brother Xu is a chairman of a corporation, and now we are going to call out the professor in Beijing. And actually, a professor is the one who has a lot of knowledge, and so at the beginning, usually they will have a lot of opinions or ideas about Tzu Chi if they didn't really understand Tzu Chi. So his wife thought he spent too much time in Tzu Chi, and after he came to Hualien, and he vowed to do more, and so you can see on the video, he will do more and more. He will join every activity that he can. So even though we visit the one that we didn't send our blessings to her, she still say thank you. So even we just pass by, she can feel our warmth. Yeah. If we have good ideas, people can feel that. We believe that Professor Gan will give us the warmth as well. This is the Tzu Chi complex in Suzhou. So the outpatient clinic and Tzu Chi complex in Suzhou, they had the health camp in Suzhou, and this is the Professor Zhang, and actually he wanted to come to Taiwan to give a speech, but because of the pandemic, he cannot come. Actually, if I can, I know how to give a speech to encourage more people to be vegetarian, but it's not persuasive. If you want to be more persuasive, you should invite a professor or a medical professional to give a speech and to let more people understand the benefits of being a vegetarian. Okay, so we give him a big applause. So usually you would think that he will only give a speech to a lot of people, but actually he gives speech in any situation. He vowed to give speech within his life till the end of his life. If there's anyone who want to change to become vegetarian after my speech, then I will be very happy. Actually, at the beginning, if his wife went to the Tzu Chi activities, he will stop her. But now he is doing all the activities by himself. For example, he will send the clothes or things people need to them in person. So they send the medical professional gloves because if they have the gloves, then they can have the protection doing their medical work. It's really meaningful for him that because this is the place that I work. Even though after my volunteer jobs for a day, I still feel very blessed. So let's welcome Professor Gan from Beijing in China. Hello, Brother Gan. Can you hear me, everyone? Yes, it's very clear. Good morning. Actually, I always heard about the Xuezhi group in Kaohsiung. Xuezhi online study group in Kaohsiung was very passionate. I'm very grateful of. So I was being certified as Xuezhi commissioner in 2019. I'm going to share with you what I have done to encourage more people being vegetarian within these 2 years. My wife, I would stop my wife to do the Xuezhi volunteer. After 2018, I opened my mind and hear a lot of people, medical people from over the world, what they have done for the people who are suffering from the disease. And I feel very grateful in 2018. At the closing ceremony in 2018, the Xuezhi Medicine Association, I vowed to give speech and I vowed to encourage more people to become vegetarian. And after that, I started to learn nutriology on my own. The very first time was given through Sisters He's invitation. It was held in the hallway at the Xuezhi Park in Beijing. We hung up the projection screen, covered the surrounding with the clothes, and I was feel very nervous. But Brother Lin give me the feedback that he knew that he will not eat any meat again. He will become vegetarian. And from Brother Lin's feedback, I have more confidence, encourage more people being vegetarian. And then I was invited to the health promotion camp for patients with cancers in Suzhou Xuezhi complex. So the camps was held for 4 times, and the camp was for the patients with cancers, their family. And I know that cancer and people or patients with cancers, they are very concerned about their health. They were worried about insufficient nutrition, so they might eat more meat. However, I let them know that actually only being vegetarian was good for the recovery. So as you can see the pictures, those were the feedback from the audience. Someone said that I follow your teaching to be vegetarian for 1 year, and I feel more healthy. And I also answer questions for the patients and their family. Not only give speech for the patient, but also give speech in some corporation. So the audience not only being vegetarian, but also becoming Xuezhi members. And this is when I gave a speech in my clinic. Actually, you should know that medical professionals has had a lot of myth about being vegetarian. You need to let them know the benefits of being vegetarians and the benefits for the world. And then you will let more people to be vegetarian. I hope that in the future, I will give more speech to more people from medicine. Because if medicine professionals know that the benefits and the good advantages of being vegetarians and can protect the world, then they will have more power to change more people. This is the pictures that I was give a speech to the elderly residents in the community. This is where I give speech in the bookstore of Jiyi, Jiyi bookstore in Beijing, and then this is the Jiyi bookstore in Suzhou, and also the this is a speech that I gave in a Buddhism group. Actually, some Buddhists were vegan, but they were worried about the nutritional deficiency. This is the first time I give the speech, and actually, it's really good for the health. But how to eat healthy for the veg meal, you still need to eat less oil, less sugar, and you need to eat more grains, plain grain. This is Xuezhi complexing Shenjun. I let them know why being vegetarian is the best thing for the health, your health. And so the commissioner will have more faith to share, to encourage more people to be vegetarian. This is in IGI training class. This is in China Fit. It's a big, very big event to all the social community. From the nutriology perspective, I let them know what is the benefit and advantage of being vegetarian. And I also knew more people there, and also they invited me to share the experience being vegetarians at the different events. And that's the first time sharing veg diet online. And actually, because of that, I have the experience to share this idea of being vegetarian online during the pandemic. Okay, so this is the first time that I share with the nurses. Thank you, Professor Gan. So those are the feedbacks from the audience. We really think that Dr. Gan, because of the time, we learned that you you would encourage people to be vegetarian in every situation, every place. So if you have the same feeling, please just give him applause. Thank you to bring the positive power to us. The master said that we need to be vegetarian, and you are the model. Thank you very much.
Interesting subject about life values. Good question. Just wake us. What are our contributions?
Now let's hear the feedback from over the world.
学智师兄要听我这里，那个人好热情。学智师兄他说：“您的这个主题让我们去知道这样的一个部分是非常棒的哈。”
Brother Xu, the subject you shared with us, it's really good for us to help us to know what we can do for our life. Evelyn Lee, the feedback from Evelyn Lee, so the sharing of Brothers Xu, I was laughed at the first, and then at the next second, I feel there were tears in my eyes. Emily Guan from Canada. You can see the leadership from the Brother Lee. You can see him also do by himself, not only say, just tell us in speech. So this is the feedback from New York. We should be more aware of what we were doing during daily life. We need to use less plastic bags or plastic stuff during our daily life. Ling said that we are lack of time in Xuezhi, so we need to do it. If we are joining the Xuezhi, we need to get the job in really quickly. Thank you. This is another feedback from Sister Wang or Brother Wang. He said that because of the senior Xuezhi volunteer that will be the model of us, and we know what we can do. The videos, the film that Brother Xu said that on the Daai drama, we cannot find it because you tell us the wrong name. Actually, it's not it's the life of plus minus. So I think you forgot what you have done, what you have wrote for the name of the film. So let's do the exercise, and this is the time for stretch out and exercises. You can see there's a cohesive. They have the uniform from up to toe, from head to toe. There are the products from Daai. Thanks, Technology Corporation.
不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸。人多时候戴口罩，进入密闭空间也戴口罩。不要用时会折好，乖乖放口袋书包。眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸。拱手不握手，保护你也保护我。
朋友们，你们学会了吗？我们准备
加快速度啦！
水龙头
啊，开又关，洗洗双手要擦干。吃东西前勤洗手，回到家也要洗刷刷。眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸。人多时候戴口罩，进入密闭空间也戴口罩。不要用时会折好，乖乖放口袋书包。眼耳口鼻不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸，不乱摸。洗手记得7步骤，内外夹攻大力丸。也先给自己一个掌声。我们每次的复习洗手健康操，一定要确实做到保护自己，也要保护各位哦。那接下来我们再一起来动一动好吗？好，来拍起您的双手，跟我一起来。来，后面的家人拍起您的双手。微笑给我一下。我们准备做开门动作，开关开关，小侧点小侧点，继续。加油，准备向前推，推，往前推，小跟点。还有，请加油。画斜线来，一高一低，一高一低，脚侧点，走一高一低，脚侧点。我要来做举重的动作，来举重，脚要踏地，踏地，来，很好，来准备开门，再一次来开关，继续，小心哦，不要踢到椅子了。准备往前推，来推，推的时候脚跟点，后面加油，加油，画斜线来，2个、3个、4个、5个、6个、7个，准备举重，2个、3、4、5、6，加油，开门，开关，脚要侧点哦，往前推，来推，脚跟点，很好，继续，加油，画斜线来，一高一低，脚侧点，一高一低，脚侧点，加油，继续拉一下我们的筋骨，好，来举重，脚踏，来踏地呀，踏地。好，我们开门哦，继续来开关，来再来。好，来准备往前推，后面的跟上了，画斜线来，有精神一点，2个、3个、4个、 举重，上，手举高，开门再一次来开，关，来加油，加油，来往前推，很好哦，后面的很棒哦，只要真心的为我加油。来，我喜欢和你在一起，因为你有正能量。我喜欢和你在一起，因为你有正能量。给正能量的各位掌声。
Thank you, everybody. May you have a wonderful day.
祝福大家健康活力旺，心态健康，上盖赞，谢谢，拜拜，
感恩，请大家请坐。
Okay, please give a big hand.
今年在加拿大说，医护退出更具说服力，笑容亲切的干事中，无人不推，无耻不推，无处不推，令人佩服啊！时间就说。热烈掌声，感恩甘教授的正能量推述哦。然后
So please be seated. And we have Guan Xinling from Canada saying that our smile really touches everyone here. And Shijin says it is really great that we have a positive energy here. And we also have one more volunteer saying that, we have to promote vegetarianism. And Shijin says, like Professor Gam really had a great vow to promote vegetarianism. This is really wonderful to promote the Master Zheng Yan's wondrous Dharma. This is really good. And they really do it in catchy phrases really good. And Professor Gang also promoted vegetarianism online, and he found a very many good affinities there. And this is really good that we can do the job there. And we have a lot of Zams here, and we have a Wang Hui saying that he has the same feeling that he likes our online study group here. And thank you for liking us, and then you can share our information, through our online group studies on Facebook and online groups. So we are always there. You can just watch it anytime you want. And we have a Hui Wen that she says that she really admires him, and this is really humorous, and this is a really selfish love there, and we can feel that. And Beijing volunteer says this is really a happy volunteer. This is a happy online study group, and we are happy, and we can learn the Dharma there. And I really care very much about the family members from China. And actually, and after we do the broadcasting, and I also received some comments as that is it okay that you can just reduce the chances reading out in the people's comments. I said no, I have to read most of them, because they might be feel happy if I do some replies online. Okay, so here we also have a comment saying that this is humorous and interesting, and they know how to eulogize people, and this is a very good role model. And Xuezhi, you are invited to go to China and share your feelings there. Okay, and now I get a message here that is back to Zhang Hong's sharing, because Zhang Hong is really a good person that did a very good job. So thank you for all the messages here. Although I may not read yours, you are really a very good encouragement for us, right? And we say lady first, but I can't just put the lady first. Please, okay, share your link through your cell phone, because this is a very professional. This is a very professional, woman here, and she just hands around, all the way, but actually, she is doing her, job. Well, this is a very good idea that you can just go to the communities, and because she wanna teach like a documentary volunteers how to just spread the love and do the good job. And do you think she is a really strict person? And well, and we have Chen Peiying from Daai TV, and she was a journalist, and she did animation, and now she is a documentary volunteer. I like to, spread the love, and I want the documentary volunteers to be professional and just edit good news. Do you hear that? And she's a professional, right? And she just gets directly into the point. Okay. Well, and do you think she's strict? And now, let me tell you, actually, she's a very heartwarming person, and she shows great affinities. And just now we see the video clip that she was in like New Jersey, and she does the same job there in the United States, and she opens up Q&A and had an interaction in, as a volunteer and working for Daai TV, and she had a foreign in the United States, and she, did a lot of like TV programs, and she shared her experience with documentary volunteers all over the United States. And she formed a great affinities there through her own way. And here are the touching stories, and which are the promotion and encouragement for Xuezhi volunteers. And she also did a film for the Qing who just passed away. And this is a very good virtue that we can pass on. And I would say that your video really touches us really much. And this is what she should do, Chen Peiying says. And this is her job and her responsibility. And because of she can just spread a lot through her video clips and professionalism. Li Qingpo-san and actually they are certified. And now let's go to another video clip, right? In Japan, because of the tsunami in Japan, and we had volunteers just about arrived in Tokyo. And let's take a look at the video clip produced by Chen Peiying. And she is a journalist dispatched to Japan. And she was a journalist, and she was not an anchor woman. You don't see her on TV, but actually this news was edited by her. So let's have a look. And there are two big buses going to the branch in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, and volunteers welcome all the team members of volunteers there. And we had 72 volunteers. Okay, that's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a Chen Peiying, and let's give her a big hand. Well, and when she was down there, and I just told her that it's great that we have you here. And because we have the CEO from New York, all right? And we also have a Professor Gang from Beijing. And well, although we had some problems today, and it's not our problem today, and it's great that we have you here. And through all the sudden problems that prompted just a few moments ago, would you like to share with us how you feel through your professionalism? Well, I feel very touched, and you really encourage me and respond to me just immediately. And I never know that you came here today to repent to the documentary volunteers or what. Okay. Well, we had a past before. We had a negative past before. And as a person who is a professional and who is powerful, okay, and she still just throw the chalks to you, even if you doze off, okay, no matter who you are. And this is a great platform that we can really find a lot of people here, because we have to find out a lot of documents and records or video clips about the person standing here, and now she is doing something more important, and let me give you the microphone. Actually, her job, okay, and she says that she works for the media and the resource department, and that's a helpful, Chen Peiying, and her topic is what a documentary volunteer taught me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody online. And actually, I had to change my topic today into sorry to everyone. And actually, let me be more positive. And I actually positive because, well, I have positive energy, right? And I'm not that, energetic and powerful like a Xuezhi, okay? And I work for Daai TV in the media resource department, and this is my job. I am also a Xuezhi volunteer. I was certified in 2009 as a Xuezhi volunteer. And I was okay. I was trained in 2010, and my Dharma name is Xuezhi, and I am a documentary volunteer in Taipei. Well, I like my Dharma name, which means a very new, like a sunrise in my life, and this is what Master Zheng Yuan encouraged me to do. And if you want me to just go to the training programs like punctually, and well, I mean, repent to everybody is impossible. It was really impossible. Okay, but I produce a lot of like video clips about the year-end banquets, and I just get involved in the film editing. Well, and thanks to the internet, thanks to the technologies, and if we have if we have any programs or if we have a project, then we can just get them just immediately online, and this is what is good for voluntary of the documentary. And why do I set this topic like what a documentary volunteer told me? Well, because when I was invited to do the presentation, and they would say, right, thank you for guiding us, thank you for teaching us. But when I heard that I come here to teach, to guide them, actually no, okay, I just share my experience. I don't want to be complimented that highly. I just want to share something true. Okay, when I was in Guangzhou before, and I talk about the film editing, production with the documentary volunteers, and I received some comment from a volunteer, and she told me that I changed a lot, and now I'm so tender, according to her. And because the volunteer, we haven't met each other for very, very long time. And she told me that now I am so tender and I am very patient. And this is one case. And the second case is that, when I was, taking on the duty at Wanhua, and during the break time, I mentioned to the volunteers that I mentioned about that, with people I know, and they say that, well, and some people says that I changed when I was in Guangzhou, and they say, yes, that's right, you changed very much. Okay, because if somebody didn't say that, and nobody dare say that, and I say, is that true? And now I'm tender and I know how to encourage people. But I saw that how terrible I was before. And Yachi, and was I terrible before? And she said nothing now. And one more time. And the third case, okay. And after the Xuezhi school was established, and we had a camp, and we had a camp in Hualien, and I just shoulder on part of the responsibilities there. And last year, I was there, with with the documentary volunteer and see how they worked together. And they had the volunteers from Yunin Jiyi. And I also met somebody I knew there in the camp. Okay. And one time, and Peiying was trying to teach a volunteer how to produce a film. And I saw the volunteer sitting, there by himself, seeming to think of something. And suddenly I just witnessed, something just was, being thrown onto the volunteer. And I didn't know that I was so terrible. I threw something. I threw trash, to people. Okay, I did so much, and you just remember that I threw something to people, at people. All right, but now I know that I really have to pay attention, to whatever we do and whatever we say, because people really keep a very fresh memory in mind, and so I have to be really careful no matter what I say. And I just got this because I had the chance to serve in Hualien, and I didn't even remember that. Okay, and okay, I didn't remember this, but so many people remember this. And okay, so today I really had to really repent to everybody. Okay, and I just ask, whether so many people wanted to just let me know, like, what bad things I had done before, and they say, okay, yes. So I was so shocked that I was so terrible before. So today I repent. Okay, so online here, and if you studied together with me before, if you were the documentary volunteer before and you had a chance to study together with me, and just tell me that, if I had ever done anything to you, so I would just repent sincerely to you. Okay. Every time, no wonder every time, when Shu'er in Kaohsiung just, wanted to study together, and I was never invited by her. And, well, I really found, negative affinities before. And today I'm here, and I just want, everybody to share like how bad I was before, and don't tell me anything good. And people were amazingly so happy to share them. And now, here, and Peiying was a very strict and demanding person. And when documentary volunteers started together, like my husband went to the assembly, and the Peiying was really like a very strict teacher, that my husband dare not to just look at, into her eyes, because my husband would be just shocked by her. But now Pei changed really much, and she carries her smile on face, and she pokes fun with us. And when she is with us, and we were happy to be with her. Well, now I just can't imagine that the couple just didn't dare to just look at me because I was so strict. And now we have a Xuezhi from Sanchong, and I talked really fast according to him, and I gave a lot of pressure to people, and I just saw that I just didn't want to waste my time, so I want to save my time, and I wanted to be efficient. So I I don't want people to just do and change things, all right? Because it showed that you were not a professional. I didn't have so much time just to waste here, so I was really direct and sharp and harsh. And I was really direct according to other people, and I always knew that where their problems are and what their problems are. But I just thought that why didn't I just say directly? Why do I have to say thank you? Well, I was harsh and direct, right? Unconsciously. In here we have Su Yu here, and she saw that I was bad tempered, and some people just cried because I was too harsh. Okay, and she also said that I didn't, press people and encourage people. Is that true, Yachi? And Yachi dare not say anything, right? And here we have Yuan Shaolian from Xintai area, and she said that when she was doing something and made some tiny mistakes, and I would say that this is terrible, and I never gave encouragement. And here is a picture taken in Danshui. I really carry my gratitude toward this couple, and they came here and they took me to Danshui together, and this was a Su Hui, and she also remembered that, okay, and she dare not say anything when I was there, and let's listen to what she wants. And when we were studying together, the volunteer said to me that, and the space was very narrow, that he just couldn't film on the whole thing. And the Peiying says you can change, you can change it through other angles, and you can finish the whole project because you are not diligent and you are not careful, so you can just do it. Well, okay. And I just say no, and I just say something negative to people. I even say that, okay, you just don't know how to ask questions, then people don't answer you, and they don't give you what the answer I just want. Okay. Okay, so according to Mr. Zheng, yeah, that we have to retrospect and we have to think back into ourselves, right? And if the job, was not completed, completed well, and it is our problem. So it is your problem that you didn't change yourself, right? You didn't, have enough knowledge, right? And I also heard that, like, some people, complain that, interview, when we interview people and they didn't answer something that we want, okay? And that's at the very beginning, and the Peiying was, very demanding, and she wanted us to do the introduction of someone in 3 minutes. But when we were really doing something and doing the introduction, okay, carefully, and I just heard the Peiying said, "Okay, time is up," and it didn't cut into the point. And we just lower our head and we felt nervous. And sorry to them, and I just felt, it was horrible, right? Well, and maybe I didn't know that, volunteers who were with us, maybe they are presidents and maybe they are managers, right? And they just accepted, my harsh opinions, right? I just didn't know, what I had done before. And because, according to, their impression that, and I learned that I was really harsh and strict before. And the volunteer, and that's it. Listen to what Huishi says here. I was late at one time, and I was, nervous. So I walked silently into the classroom, and unfortunately, okay, Pei, you were just talking in class, right? And when I was, entering the classroom, and you just pointed at me and said, "Oh yeah, there you are, right?" Okay, and I felt very embarrassed. But you felt well. It was interesting, right? And there's one more time that during the assembly, and I dozed off pretty easily, and it was my mistake, I have to say. But the paying didn't you didn't wake me up when I dozed off, but you like poke fun on me after I woke up, and you say, "Oh yeah, finally you wake up, right?" Okay, and it was really fun. Okay, at that time. Okay, in during the assembly, but for me, I felt well, since we can just have fun there, and I did a very great sacrifice, and people say that you were serious and you were directly. Well, you see how careful he was, right? Talking about me, and you are really harsh to other volunteers. But now you changed very much, and now you don't really demand very much for now. And basically, I feel that you are too nice now. Okay. Okay. So I feel that, and we are here for the assembly, and you have to be, perfect. So you don't tell anybody that you learn something with me if you do a terrible job. Okay, but actually I have to say that they are nice people. Then we have to transform people. We don't want to be transformed. And they really changed me. They really transformed me with great love and with tolerance. I was so harsh, but they just lowered their head and accept, my bad temper. Okay, but they still came for the assembly, and they still say that, okay, Paige, you were great, you were great, and you did a good job, and we really learned much. But actually, did they really feel the same way? Okay, I really have to say thank you to them, and I am loved by them. And thank you very much for your great love and accompany me. Okay, and every time when we have like a free clinic in Shanzhi, and we had the sister Xuezhi there, and she is a documentary volunteer, and she also works for the media, for the press media. And let's hear what she says.
恨呢是觉得怎么有一位志工要求这么严厉，然后这么凶，讲话这么直
A
接。
few years ago, and I just knew Chen Peiying because I loved her and I hated her. I loved her because she taught us very carefully. I hated her because she was so demanding toward all the volunteers, and she was so harsh and demanding. And we were frequently shocked by her demanding words. But within the 10 years, and I realized that Pei really sincerely, treated people, and actually she's a good person, and luckily that we have her as a documentary volunteer, and we really have more volunteers because of her teaching coming with us, and we really we and this film was produced because I just noticed that I just told her to do so, and she was afraid that she might be blamed by me, so she just produced this film just so fast. Okay, I am so grateful, and now I have to grateful to one more person, and she is Lin Qiuyu. And I was invited by her to deliver also a speech, in Sanchong, and about how to produce videos. And finally I learned that after I blamed their volunteers, her volunteers, then and she had to just comfort them, okay, by saying that I was actually a good person, and let's listen to what she talked about me. And first, I just couldn't understand her, and I was hurt deeply inside, and I was sad. Was I so stupid? So I personally, talk, to documentary volunteers that, okay, yeah, I knew that she wanted us to just, get involved to the whole thing, okay, producing the films. But I was, still so sad. But now I just, see, she changes a lot, okay. But as a volunteer, I just couldn't understand so fast what she wanted and what she demanded us. And now she learned to observe that what's good on us, and she really press on us, really, and we really know that, and she really changes very much. And when I first saw her, okay, and she's totally different.
And don't underestimate yourself. You can deliver other people's and touch other people's heart. And as usual, I went out to do volunteer work as a journalist, and I was. And then I went to the Kaohsiung to join the relief team for the explosion in the Kaohsiung in 2014 in August. We need to do the home visit to the affected families, and we were. And the volunteer told me that we need the journalists. We need volunteer documentary team. Do not have enough volunteer manpower, so they want me to join the documentary team. But they couldn't. They were afraid to talk to me directly. They need to they need to tell me indirectly about because they wanted to ask me to rearrange my work schedule. And I love this picture on the right so much. This volunteer, he is soaking wet in the rain, but his smile on the face looks so beautiful and content. It touches my heart of the beauty on this picture. And I'm so grateful that I'm just like walking along with God, because all the volunteers they are so generous, and they're accommodating to my personality, my harshness, and I was very mean to many volunteers, and they still love me. They still accommodating me. They understand me. They always say yes to me, and they love me so much. So I wouldn't say no to them anymore. I learned the attitude from them. The volunteers, they are benefactor. They're just like benefactor to me. They are so precious in my life. They make me feel like I work with them just like I'm working with God. So I want, in the summary, I want to tell you what I learned in the documentary team as a volunteer. at my spare time. The volunteer with various capabilities. It's just like the earth in the Lotus Sutras. We learn that the big trees and the grass, they have different capabilities. So volunteer also have different capabilities. 跳掉了，给我点。
到底为难谁呢？就为难我自己，为难大家。好，你这边有做就好。
So I do not I change my attitudes. I need to respect the various capability of volunteers. Even some people they could not accomplish their task. They could I don't have to ask them to do anything beyond their capability. And if they spend time, they put in effort, I need to be grateful whatever they have done, because whatever they have done is from their sincere heart, it's from their love. So the next lesson I learned from documentary team is because that I found that some volunteer they are so sincere, they are so willing to put into their effort, but sometimes they don't have the professional skills, and I need to understand and accommodate them. I need to be able to willing to share my professional skill and knowledge with them. And take a look at the pictures. Wei Guoling's brother, and he with gray hair, is such a gentle elder gentleman, and he is a little chubby, and his action is so slow. I was always in my mind, I was always murmur that his action is so slow. Then after I've seen his the film that he has done, I was very amazed by by his skill. So I repented myself. I judge people by their appearance. And what Master Chen Yin's teaching has changed me. The first thing is that Master Chen Yin urge us to transform to become vegetarian. So I change how I speak, and also when I involved in the volunteer works, they always ask me to change roles or ask someone else to take my place. In the past, if you have ever encountered that I was mean to you, or I talk back to you, or I criticize you, and you were hurt by my action, my words, or my attitude, please come to me. Tell me. I'm willing to change myself. I'm willing to say sorry to you, because I was so loved by many volunteers, and now I need to repay the love back to all the volunteers who had hurt by my actions, my words, and my attitudes. She is already repainting to all of us. I'm very touched that she has made so much change to her personality. I'm very touched. And every time, of course, in the volunteer, if you're involved in a volunteer work, you will know that people, every volunteer wanted to make the activity more more joyful and acceptable to people. So volunteer always make little changes, but if we are stubborn to stick to our own opinion, we cannot open our mind to accept other people's opinion and cannot it's hard to accommodate to the changes the in the details of the activities. So in when we do volunteer work, we would encounter many people with different various backgrounds, and very people's volunteers, they would make their they would try their best to make contribution, and all the contributions are different. We need to open our mind to learn how to accommodate all the various opinions. And there's a sharing line, and there's a volunteer an audience felt very touched and happy that her sharings was read by me. I was this person shared online. She said I was it's very courageous to be able to repent yourself in front of the public. It's very courageous. I give you a big hand. This person.
在大众面前忏悔就是清净嘛，哈，所以我们他这个跟你没有关系的，我不用念了，好 ，OK， 所以我们非常的感恩哦，就是这样子透过一个平台彼此互动，我们其实是拉在一起，所以我们再次掌声感恩我们今天柚子的讲师，好，感恩，好，那接下来就是我们当实业家遇到近视了哈。
And so we're very grateful that there's on this here we offer a stage that where we could share our life story with each other and share about the when entrepreneur 的美近视。
你们的口罩是可以拿下的哦。好，当实业家遇到近视，那我们非常感恩的，我们的情根福田主题月呢，就是12月份的时候，在我们实业家最忙的一个当下呢，我们的实业家愿意来上台分享，他们只有10分钟，每个人都只有2分钟、2分钟、6分钟，还真少，所以。
And now let's have our entrepreneurs here coming up. And it's their biggest period of time, but they just, have their time, okay, to share their feelings with us today. Okay, but they only have 2 minutes, right? Okay. So, their topic today is when entrepreneurs meet up with Jinsi. Madam, Mr. Zheng Yan, and masters from abroad, and ladies and gentlemen, good day. Well, we just have a heartwarming, sharings just now, and I felt very touched. And it reminds me of what Mr. Zheng Yan says, that she says that we really have a clear mind, so we can have a very, very, good life. So it means that we are with God. And I'm very, grateful today that we can have, a chance to be participating with Meiyun's study group. And I have a chance to share what we have done through the whole year from the very beginning to now of the 2020 and what we have done. Okay, must, have a must be something touching, and that they want to share with you how they feel when they are doing the good deeds all together. And we are from honorary board team, and they want to share you how touched they are. Okay, and now we have Sister Ming Li, and let her share what she feels. I'm very grateful that we want to share with you that we just pay our respect to the postman, and we have for Zhenyangqing, and they just spread the love with all the posters, and like a postman from the post office. And we also promote like a vegetarian diet by sending them like a vegetarian box of lunch to the employees in post office. And we also make like a delicious like a snacks, okay, with people there. So we cherish the chances to just promote vegetarianism to other areas. And all the volunteers are a great backup for us, right? Without their support, and we just couldn't have finished such mission. And we just make an offering toward Mr. Zheng Yan through cooperation and do whatever Mr. Zheng Yan wants us to do. And Mr. Zheng Yan always gives us a very correct direction for us, and we just work it out. Then we can just accomplish the mission, okay, all together. And I'm so happy that we just completed the whole mission. And ladies and gentlemen, good day. Thank you very much, and I'm so grateful toward Mr. Zheng Yan that we can do all the good deeds and form great affinities with people. And because we have Mr. Zheng Yan and we have Xuezhi, and we have the chance to be here, and I'm very grateful. And because Mr. Zheng Yan wants to promote vegetarianism because of pandemic, and we have Guo Qingda, and he just make a donation by giving out like over 2,000 like a vegetarian boxed lunch to people as a promotion of vegetarianism. So we have a chance to go into the post office and deliver such a great idea. And they are really surprised because, usually it is them to just care for others, but now it is the first time that we care for them. And we just deliver our sincerity, to them, okay? Well, we not only give them box of lunch, and we also give them gift bags. And when everything, when all the schedule and the project is settled, then honorary board will just just do it and launch the whole project the next day. And speedily, and we also like invited more than like 20 honorary board members and the dispatchers, all the boxed lunches and the gifts, all over the areas. And they also pay very much attention to the gift bag, and inside all the bags, inside the boxes and the bags, and we know how to just place all the gifts. And this is because we have great like a cultural education, and because we also have like breaking pitches, which means that the changes always happen. But in the past, I would have been very angry, but now because of the Dharma from Mr. Zheng Yan, and I learned to calm down and turn the great, campaign into a, heartwarming one. Okay. And things really changes really much, and well, and although we had a lot of changes or unexpected problems, but we still completed the whole mission very successfully. And when people just see we wrapped the gift bags, right, and they just send up like a documentary volunteers filling us up, okay, and they were really touched because we had like a young volunteers, we have older volunteers, wrapping up all the gift bags together, and they just learned something that for any tiny jobs, and it needs a lot of people's efforts. And we are very grateful that we had this, and we really form a great affinities with the members from the post office. And this is, what Mr. Zheng Yan says, that we really put Dharma into action. We send, masks, and we send infection alcohols to people. And we bring, Mr. Zheng Yan's sincerity to people, so they feel it. And during the press conference and in the post office, then they just played a video of the whole programs that we had that day, and we were really touched, and they just played this video there. Well, for the box lunch that we sent out, and we invited a lot of entrepreneurs all together doing good deeds, right? And we also had the Yu Hui's son, and his name is Xiaopang, and he also sends out more than 3,800 cans of sweet porridges to people. Well, you see how great affinity it was, all right? And why did Xiaopang just give us such a great gift? And because of operation, because of her operation by Chen Jingchen and the vice superintendent of Dalian Xuezhi Hospital. Well, because of our sincere care, and we feel the full love altogether. Okay, and we have a postman, and they have more than 3,800 postmen there. And we really learned that after they carry the gifts home, the postman's families were really touched, and they really feel the Dharma from Master Zheng Yuan. And we can just, estimate that it would be more than like 10,000 people who just, know more about Mr. Zheng Yuan's Dharma. Okay, and they even want to, learn how to, play the violin here. Okay, and see, it is very heartwarming, right? Okay, and good, we can invite them to do so. And I have to say thank you to a lot of people. Okay, and good. So when entrepreneurs meet up with Jingsi, and it is really full of positive energies, and we feel so touched. And entrepreneurs are really, really praised, and we really want to say thank you to them. And because they really launch a lot of like meaningful campaigns and activities, right? And we also have the team from public relations. Actually, Zheng Yangqing is a volunteer in both like a public relationship and entrepreneurs. So let's read loudly when entrepreneurs meet up with Jingsi, and it is gonna be great job for them. Okay, and it will be 5 weeks. That okay, we can have it, and let's give them a big hand, please.
简报上看到的其实是约旦的秋华师兄，所以即将要讲的这位不是我们的团队，但却是秋华推荐他来，是一个博士生。为什么他到了？Let's
talk about Xuezhi events one after one. Okay, as you can see on the PP PowerPoint, this is not in, actually, the one who is going to give a speech is not the original one that we invited. He was a doctorate student, and he was doing his research in Jordan. And so he went to Jordan, and he was invited and recommended by Mr. Chen and Brother Chen in Jordan. So I would like to give him more minutes to let him share the stories. Good morning, everyone. My name is Daai. Today I'm going to share the story of Noor. I was a volunteer who accompanied by her, and this is what I felt. Actually, I was doing my field research in Mid East, and there was about 4 months that I stayed in this camp. It is in Mafraq Governorate in Jordan. This is the red spot is the place that I stayed for 4 months. It's very near to Syria. It's about 30 minutes of driving. Because of that, I was doing the field research there, so I knew Noor. Noor is a girl from Syria. She's 14. She was 14 years old. She was hit by the camel and had the osteosarcoma from that time. Her parents brought her to hospitals to treat the disease, but at the hospital, they cannot treat her, so they moved to the camp. And on the 14th October this year, this is the pictures from the Hadija teacher in that camp. And I was very shocked that I can't believe that's the body of a human. So I called Xuezhi Shibo at that time. So our Jiyi medical member doctor took her to the hospital on that night. So the brother Chen prayed for her at that time, at that night. On 16th October, we went to the Daai hospital in Amman. And the doctors there said that there is no chance for the girl, but Brother Chen Peiying said, no matter what, we still need to be with her and to support her at the end of to the last minute. So we start the journey of the medicine help. I was very shocked that on that day, as you can see, if we take out the comfort, you can smell it's really, really bad. It's like a dead body of a rat. I was very shocked that how come a person can bear with it. And we're going to share the story, the news of Daai. As you can hear, this is the screaming of the girl because of the pain from her arm. And she had a osteonorma on her left arm. And the doctor said on the shoulder of that girl, there was a cancer cell. And osteosarcoma is a very invasive and serious cancer. Her mom said that I didn't know what we can do for her. So we did the blood transfusion to raise up the hemoglobin to 7.1, and then we can do the surgery. On 9th of October, we did the surgery for the amputation. She was doing quite well after the surgery, but on the next day, she still passed away because of the disease. We feel very sad about that. The brother Chen still paid for the fee for the funeral of her, and then we start to care for the family. Actually, there were only 7 days that I spent time with her, and it's like a cherish every second to stay with her. The refugees in Syria, from Syria, there's a lot of problems there. I hope that everyone can still pay your care about the issues. Hi, everyone. My name is Xuezhi. I would like to share with you the story about on October 16th and 17th, we went back to Hualien because everyone was very close and feel very close to each other. So even though we had a lot of problems, but we can solve it one by one. During the sharing time with the master, she told us the importance of continuing the Jingsi Dharma lineage, especially during this pandemic time. Also at the night during talking to other masters, masters talk about having study group everywhere. I can because I feel that we need to the atmosphere of having our study group kind of decrease. I feel that it's not that we do less, we do too less, but we talk too less. So I posted a video, and I hope everyone can know, our commissioners can know how to talk about Xuezhi with more people. At the sutra, the first chapter of Lotus Sutra, the Buddha was accomplished, was admire. One of the Buddhist Tava said that if we hear the Dharma, and we should share with each other once we have good thoughts. If we love the master, so that we have to talk more about Xuezhi with others. Hello everyone, my name is Lin Yuru. 3 years ago, because my daughter entered the kindergarten in Daai, I became the traffic guidance. And so the first time that to be a traffic guidance, I was kind of awkward. I don't know how to direct the people and cars. And there was one time that I joined in the study group, online study group, and I heard Sister Ximani said that she said that there was a saying in Sutra that before we become the Buddha, we need to show our respect and bow to thousands and thousands of Buddha. But where we can find that many Buddhas, but actually the Buddha is just be with us. Everyone is the Buddha in the future. After hearing that, I become open-minded and more understanding. From that on, every time I was being a traffic guidance, I will bow to every coming car. I didn't feel any embarrassed again, but I feel very happy. So the master said that the Buddhist Tava should actualizing the 6 parameters in all actions. And actually, I making myself and I giving with kindness and sincerity is sharing. I making myself an example. Following rules in kindergarten is keeping the precepts, and also I being humble and willing to bow is learning to tolerating the insult. And also I keep doing it is diligence. And if I can cope in any situations with different parents without doubts and other bad thoughts in my mind, as I'm learning meditation, and if I can learning from the experiencing to use proper adequate and conduct with everyone, is then I can have the wisdom. So I hope that in the future I will keep guarding young Buddha's Taba with mindfulness. Thank you. So actually, the Sister Lin Yiru will join our leader team of study group in the future. And now her thing or her article will be revised less and less. Qingtai came back to Kaohsiung, and so Brother Chen asked him to visit me. So now I'm going to share. There will be one more person that coming to share with us. Today he understand or listen to join our study group online through other translation. So let's welcome Chris. I came to Taiwan in 2007. I knew Xuezhi because of I knew a brother in Xuezhi. He lives in the same building with me. He asked me to help a little bit about the translation.
Okay. You speak in English. Okay.
In English. Can you share what can you share if you understand or can you understand what we talk about today? I do see her bowing down every day. Sorry, can I speak in English? So yes, please. Influence on the people that drive past. It's wonderful.
Oh my God.
Do you want to translate as we go?
You speak it. 我想他一直讲完，你再整个翻好了，好不好
？OK。
还是因为我听懂，所以我没有想到你们的需要。
Something that I've recognized in Jiyi, and one of our earlier speakers mentioned this, is the value of teaming, working together as a team. And also, if you don't know something,
so should I stop and let's brothers who translate for you? So we just let Chris finish her sharing, and then we can translate in Chinese later.
This is something that I find invaluable. The caring and sincere hearts of the people in the room, they are willing to help each other. This is a perfect vehicle to teach volunteering, not only to volunteer, but to teach volunteering and to share with each other and the community that supported each of us to grow. Okay.
Good translation.
Translation.
Yeah.
Chris 老师他的2个女儿正好就在大2幼儿园念书，然后他每天看到于如老师呢在导护的时候对着所有的人这样子鞠躬，他也忍不住也自己向大家鞠躬下去了。所以呢，从今天整个的那个流程，那个 Chris 呢他学到的就是，那每一个人只要到了慈济里面来呢，你都会有你的功能 ，OK。然后呢，大家不会的教会的，然后呢会的再学习更多的，这个其实就是大家一起在这一空间里面可以做到的很多的事情，大致上是这样子。
好，热烈的掌声，我们非常的感动哈。那季豪在明年度也会加入我们的导读，然后季豪他非常的优秀，我很多的东西中文过去，然后他很快速英文就过来。如果说晚上12点1点过去，他还是马上过来。这个人也跟我一样，都是很晚在睡哦。所以在这个当下，我们真的非常的感恩，也希望我们的好朋友能够加入我们的团队。我们一臂掌声，帮忙接力说慈济，感恩你们，谢谢。好，那回到我的。
Let's return back to the. Let's thanks for the sharing, and let's meet Master Chen Yin online on the cyberspace, and don't forget to walk into the Jiyi bookstore. You will be able to see a lot of Dharma teaching, to learn a lot of Dharma teachings, and there's healthy food in the Jiyi bookstore. And what we show here is the protein powder, and also the energy powder, and also there's a soybean milk powder. And from Dalu Jiangsu Wu Zhihua sister, and also there who introduced her here to become volunteer is from Sister Peiying, and in the May in December 9, we welcome Yang Jianghong's brother, and he also got get an award from Golden Bell, and there is a host from Daai station. Chen Peiying is going to be here, and there our team members, they're from various backgrounds. Some of them are working at Daai TV, and some of them are just and let's stand up. Let's pay respect to Master Chen Yan, the first bow, and the second bow, and the third bow. And let's wave our hand to say goodbye to Master Chen Yan and volunteers and our audience online. Goodbye. Thank you.